Hello and welcome back to Yay Basketball, the basketball game show. Monday, February 3rd, 2025. Streaming and recording live from the Yay Studio. I am your host and producer, Michael Padilla. Along with me today, for one final time, I have Bob Alldritt.
Thank you, Michael. I think now's a good time to announce, of course, I will be submitting my country album to the Grammys next year for Album of the Year.
As you should, as you should. As well as Justin Moore.
Oh, it's good to be here. I'm one of the 13,000 registered voters actually that'll be voting against Bob's album next year.
And back with us again for Bob's send-off, a hardworking father of three, Trey Dishner.
And I'm the only dad here. I guess I couldn't think of anything else. So I'm back, guys. I'm back.
Hell yeah.
For Bob's last episode.
Yes, it is indeed. It is indeed. It's going to be a fun episode today. We're going to send off Bob in the right way. Shout out to everybody in chat. A lot of emotions going on in chat right now. Everyone's saying some farewells to Bob. So it's going to be a fun one. We're going to have a good time. So, of course, a lot to get to. So let's just dive right into it. Thank you so much for being here today, everyone. We really do appreciate it. As always, be sure to like, subscribe, rate 5 stars on Apple Podcasts or Spotify, share with friends, and follow us at @yay_basketball on TikTok, Twitter, or Instagram.
Add me on the ground.
Last time, we played Over Under, hit the Curiosity Corner, and played a brand new game called the Back Down Breakdown, which the guys were surprisingly good at, even though it was their first time playing. It was a brand new game. It was a fun one, so be sure to check that one out if you have not already. Also, go to yaybasketball.com for exclusive YB merch. We've got t-shirts, mugs, hats, stickers, hoodies. I was gonna say, if you want to grab a Bob's Buckets tee.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Go get
Bob's
one of
Buckets
those.
or
Tell a
Touch
friend
the
to tell a friend.
Grass.
Touch the grass!
Yeah, Touch the Grass, anything like that. Yaybasketball.com for exclusive YB merch. Now, this is the basketball game show after all. So before we dive into our first game of the day, can we get an update on the recap of our picks wrapped up from last week, please?
You can indeed. Michael, here's how it breaks down. Obviously, in first place, the person who belongs there, the person who is always seemingly there, the man who already owns the crown and the trophy. This guy right here, 5,000 points. I had James Harden over 35.5 points, rebounds, and assists. He had a total of 40. I think he had like 24, 10, and 6, something like that. Trey?
Yeah.
You stayed the same.
Stayed the same.
Stayed the same. 2,400 points.
Same year.
In third place, though, because Bob had Brooke Lopez under 18.5 points to pull up a 650 points of roaring into second
Impressive
place.
comeback.
24-50.
1 week, one
Yeah.
shot, one kill.
Yeah.
That's all you need, baby. That's all you need.
Which means Kevin Durant can't play defense at 35 years old. Couldn't record one block.
How many
for our
minutes
man
did you
Michael
play in that game? I mean,
I think
whatever.
42.
God.
No way.
It was an overtime game.
Yeah, he played a lot of
You even had
minutes.
overtime.
You know what he did too? Not blocked a shot. So
He had
Kevin
0
Durant,
blocks.
0 blocks. Michael ends with a big goose egg.
Whatever.
The big loser.
Yeah.
Some would say the biggest
Come
loser.
on. Give it to me.
Give him that.
Sign of pain.
Give it to
Gotta
me.
pull it.
Sign of
Give me
pain.
this. Now, if you're
Give me
if you
this.
notice this, give me this. The beautiful Stein of Pain here. The Stein of Pain. AudreyJeanCeramics.com. If you'd like, I mean, maybe not your own Stein of Pain, but Audrey Jean Ceramics for your own ceramics needs. Okay, AudreyJeanCeramics.com. Okay, there's only a couple of these left, so let's see.
We gotta redo, refill.
Yeah, I gotta
reload.
refill soon. We'll be getting back in there. Why do you sound like that? Oh God. Okay, fine. I mean, I guess it's fine if it's me. Your microphone will be altered with an effect for the next episode, for the entirety of the next episode. Okay.
All right. Yeah.
I mean, I guess I get to choose the effect. So
Yeah,
I guess
fine.
I mean, if you guys want to
Leave it up to your co-host to choose.
Sure, yeah, you guys can
You know what?
decide.
put 50 on them on a wheel, and we'll spin the wheel, and that one will be the one we use.
Wow.
Oh,
Okay,
that'd be
sure. All right, that is going to be my
wheel.
punishment.
We'll think
so,
of one, just.
Yeah, that'll be that. Can I hand this back to you there, Boob? Thank you so much. All right. Well, as you well know, today is Bob's last episode. So this was going to be just a Bob-a-palooza. It was just, we weren't going to talk about the league at all. Like, I was like, I don't give a shit about anything that goes on. Nothing in the NBA could happen at all that is important enough to talk about that could overshadow Bob's departure. And then something, and then a couple things happened.
Oh, you saw it.
Yeah, the NBA said, "Oh,
Think
word." Nico Harrison said, "Oh yeah, check this out." So let's play a game. And what better way to do our first game of the day than everybody's favorite game?
What did he say?
Talking about practice, not a game.
Anything's possible. Anything's possible.
Yeah, that's right. It's what did he say? And I'll say, what did he say?
He said it.
And
What
I
did
said
he
it.
trade?
I sure
What did he trade?
Okay, good. What did he trade? Good one. I like that. The rules for this game are very simple. I will play an audio clip of an NBA personality, player, coach, or analyst. It will be your job to work as a team to guess who or what that person is talking about. Each correct guess is worth 100 points. In the event of an incorrect guess, I will receive the 100 points. 2 clips today. Are you ready to begin, team?
Yeah.
Yes.
Ready?
All right. What is Bill Simmons talking about in this clip? See if you can figure it out.
The most shocking trade, I think, in the history of the NBA, at least from a shock value. Oh my God, is this real? Has Shams been hacked? What is happening?
Any thoughts?
I got it. It's a little late. It's a little late.
The PJ Tucker to Utah.
No,
Oh.
idiot. He's obviously talking about Nick Richards to Phoenix. Like, that's obviously
That's what I was thinking.
what he's
behind,
talking
yeah.
about. He's going to talk about the
Talking
the
about
Luka
Luka,
trade.
of course. Yeah.
I have no idea why Dallas was hesitant to offer Luka the Supermax this summer, unless even if they had some sort of crazy insights to his terrible diet habits, some sort of physical issues that maybe they're only aware of, I still would offer him the Supermax. He's Luka Doncic. He made the finals last year.
No doubt.
So I
He could have been
don't
smoking
understand
cigarettes,
this.
Bill. He could have been smoking cigarettes, bring the ball up the fucking court, and I would still be like, when can we sign you to the Supermax?
Yeah.
By the way,
Yes, of course. Sorry. Yes, obviously. It is it is the most shocking trade in NBA history, I believe. It may be the most shocking trade in pro sports history. The Dallas Mavericks traded 25-year-old generational superstar basketball savant Luka Doncic to the Los Angeles Lakers, for Anthony Davis, Max Christie, and one, I repeat, only one first-round pick. Bob, what in the seriously holy fucking fuck? So many questions here, so let's just get into it. This is obviously going to be really the main topic of conversation today. Why did the Mavericks do this? Why did they do it this way? Are the Mavs the better team right now? Do the Lakers keep LeBron? Do they go get a big man? Can Luka make them contenders in the West? Are we about to see the scariest villain arc in the history of the league? Like, wherever you want to start with this, be my guest.
Absolutely, Michael. Thank you. Great question as always. Questions. God damn.
Oh.
Here we go. I think you break it down immediately. Into the fact that the Dallas Mavericks kept this under wraps for very specific reasons. You know what I mean? Like, I think we look back on the Lakers trade with Chris Paul and how that blew up with the other board of governors at the time around the trade deadline back in 2011. Keeping things under wrap, but to do it in a way to not even auction him off is absolutely astounding. I think you could have taken the time to do that, but they didn't. Listen, there's only 5 players who've made 5 All-NBA teams, and 4 of them are in their mid-30s, and the other one is 25 fucking years old, and it's Luka Doncic. It is absolutely absurd to imagine that we're actually living in a time in which the Dallas Mavericks don't believe in that, unless you are a greedy owner and you don't want to pay Luka Doncic the Supermax. And when we hear things like 270 pounds, you know what I mean, making him the 7th heaviest player in the NBA right now, I think that's propaganda. I don't believe that one little bit. Who cares, honestly?
I mean, it's like Russillo said. He could be ripping cigarettes, dribbling the ball up the court, and I would still ask to sign up this.
I would be begging him to sign that Supermax contract. You have someone who's absolutely generational talent. The Lakers are used to attain. They get talent at this age. You know what I mean? Pau Gasol, Chris Paul, aforementioned, of course, was only 25 at the time. That's their game plan, and that's what they've kind of been waiting for. And so when it actually happened, we all want to act like, oh, this is shocking and stuff. It is shocking. This is the largest the most shocking North American trade of all time.
Yeah, there are some like EuroLeague trades that like maybe rival it, but
Completely.
in terms of North American sports, there is really nothing close.
Absolutely insane. Finally, Nico Harrison won't have a job by the time all of this is realized. By the time Luka has put in the time with the Lakers and it's kind of flushed out, dude, we're talking 2 years and the Lakers are in could be in the finals. You know what I mean? But I don't think could be next year.
Are we sure it's that long? He took the Mavericks to the finals last year on one leg
without LeBron James, and it's like, here we go again.
Now hang on,
this is crazy.
Hang on. I see your face, Justin. Sorry, go ahead, Bob.
Finally, I think the Dallas Mavericks, sure, they've got depth, but no top-end talent, or all depth, no top-end talent. And now the Lakers essentially are setting themselves up for, God damn it, I'm going to say it, the 2-timeline thing. And they're actually going to make it work. This is how you do it. You acquire a superstar that is at a young age. You can't rely on Jonathan Kuminga, and you can't rely on your draft picks that you hope will work out. Hope is not a strategy, folks. The Lakers figured it out, and the memes around it have been generational, I would say. They've been absolutely hilarious. So good for Luka. Dallas ownership, cheap fucks.
I think the best way to kind of approach this, we kind of let you go do your thing. Let's try to approach this from a different perspective from here on out.
For sure.
Let's go Mavericks perspective first for the remainder, and then we'll take it Lakers perspective,
Mavericks,
and then we'll kind of go. So, what the hell? Why would you do it this way? Why wouldn't you say Luka is up for grabs, and you would receive 29 teams calling you, offering you the biggest haul in NBA history?
Sure.
Why wouldn't you do that?
Is there a better player individual player that you could have gotten back for Luka?
I agree.
I don't think there was.
I agree.
I don't think the Celtics are trading Jason Tatum, right? I don't think SGA is on the table. Obviously Giannis, obviously Jokic, they're not on the table. So you go, okay.
Then who? Bam, he's not good enough.
Yeah, if we're not
Jimmy Butler.
If we're not trying to do a whole rebuild, because the only team that we have seen get a haul of draft picks for a really good player and also a young player that turns out to be really good, everybody keeps talking about the Thunder got this for Paul George and all this. We didn't know SGA was going to turn out, and you never know if your draft picks are going to turn out, right? We want it because I think we've seen other stars really bring in a bunch of draft picks, and we see what Kevin Durant got. We see what the New York gave up for
Mikal Bridges got 5 first-round picks,
and none of those picks could wind up turning out. You want to know how we know that? Because trust the process didn't work, and they had so many first overall picks.
I agree.
And so I think you go, okay, if we don't want to tear it completely down, we want to still remain competitive right now, we have to go get the best player we can possible. The best player you could get was Anthony Davis, whom I think fits really well with what the Mavericks are doing.
I agree.
I also wouldn't have traded Luka.
Of course not.
But I also I do think we are potentially going to see a pendulum swing in the new CBA situations. When you're looking at so much money, I'm sorry, yes, cheap ownership.
$345. It's a lot of fucking money.
Well, not just that.
The highest.
Your cap. Every dollar over the second tier is like $4 extra. Since
That's
you're
cap.
That's cap.
You know what I mean?
CAP. Cap.
Like, we even see the Boston Celtics. They paid every single person every dollar, and then immediately I guess we're selling the team. Do you pay everybody and then you just sell the team? So now you're not even an owner anymore?
Yeah.
What? I'm gonna just sell my team so Luka Doncic could get a supermax? What are we talking about? I understand it. From a basketball perspective, I think the Mavericks are better now, and that's why they did this. But I think when you're talking about,
you think they're better as a team?
I think they're better as a team
than
today.
when they had Luka.
Yes, because also back just real quick, the 2 times they've been recently deep in the playoffs, he's been what? Injured, and was not, in my opinion, 100% the reason they were there. When you talk about Jalen Brunson and you talk about Kyrie Irving having huge games that carried the team as well. So it's not all on him, and we keep saying that he carried them places.
Sure, it's not solely on him. But they don't get through Minnesota if he doesn't have the exceptional late game performances. And
sure.
also, let's not forget, Kyrie, sorry, Trey, vanished in some of those conference finals games last year.
Also true. You
And
also get
finals.
you get 80% of his offense, and you get 30 times his defense.
Hang on a second. I'm sorry. Are you saying Kyrie is 80% of Luka's offense?
With Anthony Davis.
Oh,
with AD.
I agree.
Total output. You don't get the variety, but you get the
I
total
hear
output.
you.
I can see that.
I hear you. I do agree.
Actually,
However, I just think
pretty
that if you're going to trade him, Trey, why the fuck do you do it this way? Why don't you leak it and say Luka's on the table? Like the best, sure, but like picks and all that. But like, I can't wrap my head around it.
Nico Harrison we've seen this in the past. We've seen it with Jalen Brunson. We let him, we've seen what Jalen Brunson's doing now. He let him walk. He messed up Stephen Curry's Nike contract. He let Kristaps Porzingis walk.
I forgot about that.
Like he's done a lot of this.
Well, they traded
Kristaps,
right?
You want to know what he traded him for?
Let's hear it.
Let's look at it.
He
He traded Kristaps Porzingis for to the Wizards for Spencer Dinwiddie, Davis Bertans. That's it.
That's it.
That's all he was
That's
worth at the time.
Who, by the way, Davis Bertans got to Dallas and was like, I don't think I can shoot basketballs anymore. I forgot how to do it.
Yeah,
That's insane.
So we've seen this in the past, which I think it is a win move now for the Mavericks, but I think it's a win for the Lakers in the future because we'll get to the Lakers, but I think it does help. It's going to help Kyrie open up his game with having Anthony Davis there. He's not Luka Doncic. I'll say that right now.
Of course.
I'm a big Kyrie fan. I think he does show up and he's playing really well this year, but I don't know. I'm questioning this team. I think this team will still do really well this year, and I think that they can be dangerous. I don't understand why he did it that way. I don't. It's real. And if I think down the road when he does get fired, I think that there could be an investigation that could happen, like looking into what happened with Rob Pelinka, LeBron,
Clutch, all that, Rich
all
Paul,
that,
the whole thing.
Yeah, just because it is a weird.
It is weird.
thing, and like
And
to have
Dallas
that,
sending a second-round pick too.
yeah, it's almost like some inner stuff going on, like where they're like
It is
some
almost a little
turmoil.
fishy. Yeah,
for
it's
sure.
it's such a bad trade. It's almost a little fishy.
Especially when they just went to the finals. Like this guy, and
That's-
he's about to get his super mag.
6 months ago, 7 months ago,
The
they
man
were in
was
the NBA
averaging
finals.
a triple-double. Keep in mind.
he averages 28, 8, and 8 for like his career.
wild.
If it weren't for the games missed this season, he would have been the first NBA player he would have been the first player in NBA history, I believe. You can correct me if I'm wrong, or somebody can. But I think he would have been the first player in NBA history to go to 8 consecutive or be All NBA 8 consecutive to start a career.
That's crazy.
Oh, I get what you're
And now because of the games missed thing, he won't be able to do it. But look, man, it's
Fucking Adam Stern.
here's my question from the Mavericks' perspective. I agree that if you are worried about the conditioning, you're worried about the injury thing. Also, I forget the guest's name, but he was on Simmons pod this morning or maybe last night. But he kind of offhanded mentioned that there were rumblings about like, yes, conditioning and weight might just be a polite way of saying that there's like drinking going on, that like maybe he's doing a lot of drinking and stuff.
Well, which
The clip
also
of the
brings
beer
up the
thing
clip
that-
up of Michael Finley taking
grabbing
the beer out of his
hand. Yeah.
And he
After the Western
and
Conference
he gets
Finals.
kind of weird. Like he looks
He's
at
like,
him kind of
yeah,
like
whatever.
All right, like
Right. So maybe there is a little bit more under the surface than we know of. And if that's at play, I would say Luka needs to go follow Why We Mocktail on Instagram.
I agree. Why We Mocktail. Check it out, guys.
Yeah.
Please.
But
he's a European. Like I mean,
But-
if he's playing that well, which I
regardless,
love the page. I'm not knocking that.
Dude, he would love
but
mocktails.
but
Why
like
we mocktail.
Europeans are known to drink more, and if he's playing like bad and if he's showing up to the games drunk, I get it. But like this guy's still going out and getting triple doubles. Like let the guy, let him work.
Yeah.
and that's just kind of a thing that I noticed, and I was like, that
isn't
seemed
water.
like maybe a thing that was like interesting. So, but from the Mavericks' perspective, okay, you trade Luka, cool. You've made the decision. You're moving off of him. You pinpointed your guy. Realistically, you know you're not getting SGA, Jokic, Giannis, right? Okay. At worst, absolute worst, Luka is third or fourth best player in the league, right?
Yeah.
Who's next up that is maybe potentially on the table is probably Anthony Davis. The Celtics probably aren't going to move off Tatum.
Or Brown.
Although, don't you think you make the call? Like, with Brown and all this other cast that they have, don't you think you at least try it? Like, that's the part that I can't wrap my head around is like, the Celtics have pieces. They don't have a lot of money flexibility, but like, the only team that he spoke to was LA because they wanted AD. It's just,
he brought it up in the past, and Rob Pelinka was like, "You're kidding, right?"
Right.
Like,
he
was
laughed
like,
at him.
was
He thought it was like
we brought it up like he was being serious and was like, give him a chance to like pedal back, and he still even went for it.
I can't wrap my head around. Okay, so now in terms of team performance, is this team a contender in the Western Conference with Anthony Davis as their best player?
I would say yes. I think so. We've seen Kyrie play the Robin to a Batman before, but can Anthony Davis be the Batman? There are some games where he has these absurd numbers and you're like, oh my God, he is still incredible, but he's still 32. You know what I mean? Like, and that's kind of that top end of the prime. If it's 27 to like 32 and then 33, you're like, oh, this guy's getting up there. So it's like, he's kind of entering that beginning of the twilight, if you will, but he's right there on the edge of his peak and prime and stuff. So I think their runway is the same as the Timberwolves set themselves up with a few years ago when they had brought Rudy Gobert on, saying, hey, guys, we're going to try this out for a year, maybe two, and we're limiting ourselves to this.
Oh, okay, I see.
And then they
just timeline-wise.
Exactly. Mm-hmm. They moved off of Cat, you know what I mean? Kind of got Randall, kind of extended their, timeline a little bit. And the Dallas Mavericks look at the other teams in the West and say, whoa, you guys are huge. We got to be big too.
And now he gets to play alongside a center. Maybe, like Justin said in the chat, maybe even two of them. They could run a 3-man lineup.
I would love that PJ Washington, Daniel Gafford, and like Anthony Davis, essentially like bully ball front court. Like that's kind of badass.
Mavs are going to be a hard out. Don't get me wrong. They're going to be an interesting team, and I do think that they could make some noise. But you don't trade Luka. He's a potential, we're talking about a potentially top 20 player of all time here. Like, the potential that Luka has.
At 25.
At 25 years old, I don't give a shit if he's 370 pounds.
Seriously.
You don't fucking trade him. Like, we don't give a shit what Jokic, how much he weighs, what he looks like, what any of that. Look at his numbers. Like, I'm just saying, like,
where's the loyalty? Like,
and that's the thing. He loved Dallas. He loved Dallas. The message that he sent after where he was like, I really thought I was going to spend my career here. I really wanted to win a championship here. I was floored by it. That's why I messaged you guys like, there's no way this is real. And we all thought, right?
I was tripping
Everybody
out.
online was like, this is fake. Chom's got hacked. What
the
hell,
I
right?
even was like, there's no way.
There's no way. Yeah, you were like,
and then
no,
instantly
no.
was like,
yeah, what?
Boom, boom, boom,
and then
boom,
when
boom,
Chom says, yes, this is real, you look like you're cooking something. Go ahead.
Well, here's my thought. If we're all like, why not shop him around, right? Would any of us have been shocked if the trade got announced and they shopped it for 2 weeks? Obviously not, because we've been talking about it for 2 weeks. I think it's shocking because it was just announced
midnight
and not
Eastern,
mulled over, if that makes sense.
Yeah, midnight Eastern.
I just don't think
Saturday
the
night.
trade itself doesn't make completely zero sense. And I brought this up as well in the chat. If you would have told me, like, if we could roll back time and Anthony Davis is 25, and you said you would take Luka, I don't think that's a consensus, because Anthony Davis at 25 was a monster offensively and defensively. We forget he was a holy crap, because I keep hearing Luka being called a generational talent, and he is, and then people acting like AD's not. And to your point, when he's at 32, I understand that, but who's playing really great at 36 right now, 37 right now? Kevin Durant. And if you put him with two bigs, and he doesn't have to be center anymore because he wasn't getting hurt in New Orleans when he didn't have to play center, and now you put him with two other younger centers. Now, granted, Lively would have to come back this season for them to be real contenders, but he doesn't have to play bruise ball. He can just roam, and he can just play.
He was like the only guy,
like chill offense. Like, yeah, like I think it
those
looks
are actually really good points.
Just a chill guy playing.
You make
offense.
a good point, and I and the timeline matches with Kyrie, right? They're what? Kyrie's how old is Kyrie? 32.
30. They were, I think, a year apart.
Yeah, he's 32.
He's 32. AD turns 31 really soon.
He's about to turn 32. I think Kyrie's about to turn 33.
They're right on the same track.
They're
right?
on the same track.
So, like, timeline wise, it makes sense for those two to be your guys. The only thing is, like you said, Bob, you got to try this for this couple of years, and if this isn't it, that's it. One last thing about the Mavericks. Nico Harrison's name is going to go down in sports history, regardless. Like, that is, there's like those outlier kind of guys. Like, there are like
he's either gonna look like a
executives and play
genius
like
or an
I mean, I get the concept of trading him. It's just the trade. It's the package.
Yeah.
It's the deal itself. What the fuck? Okay.
Yeah.
Lakers
Let's do it. All right.
are okay. First off, they're keeping LeBron, right? You think?
I think so. And I think there's two schools of thought with that. It's one, either LeBron is comfortable, he's safe, he's just going to ride out the rest of his career there.
Which, like, of course.
Or Rob Pelinka is just like,
We're out of the AD LeBron business. Let's
he's
go.
like, I want to make another trade. He's like,
Itching?
give me that. Like, give me something else. And then you
But
end
this
up
fell
with,
in his lap. He's not some mastermind.
Yeah, no.
Pelinka, Simmons made this point. Pelinka consistently is able to duck the blame and pin it on coaches or pin it on whoever else for shitty trades
Shout
that
out
he's
Frank
made
Vogel.
or whatever. Yeah. And all this stuff. And then this fucking thing falls in his lap. Like, and he's able to sweet talk Nico Harrison into one of the most asinine deals, most shocking trades ever. Sorry, go ahead. In terms of the
first
Lakers.
off, happy International Women's
Day. First of all,
First of all.
happy International Women's Day.
And okay, so the other
Thank you. They're so flattered. They were so flattered.
yeah, Jeannie Buss, of course, is like going to take a lot of this credit as well. You know what I mean? Like, all right, good for you guys. Anyway, losing Max Christie sucks. Great on-ball defender. Very
No,
young.
seriously though, he'd been playing really well for them.
Yes, and then like that. Now Dallas has a primary ball defender, which is great for them. Anyway, back to the Lakers. Austin Reeves' future. What the fuck are they going to do with Austin Reeves, dude?
That's a great question.
If you can keep him, keep him. But if it's a okay, but for what?
God, you
don't
got to
know.
go to center.
You got to look at a center, but here's the deal. What center are you giving up for, like, what center are you receiving that you're going to ship off Austin Reeves?
Jonas
Because
Valanciunas.
Jonas Valanciunas or
you're going to give up Austin Reeves for Jonas Valanciunas?
Probably.
Catch me in an alley before you see
Because
that.
then you have
no,
LeBron.
no one.
Hold on, you have
Vucevic.
LeBron or
Vucevic.
Vucci, man.
You'd give it all. You would give him up right now for Vuce.
Probably, because then you have 2
You would.
years.
You guys are
3
both
years.
mentioning non-defensive guys. They need fucking defense.
True, and you're giving away Austin Reeves, who's
Claxton,
0.
maybe. Turner,
Maybe
a little
Robert
old,
Williams?
but maybe. Robert
Big
Williams,
Bob.
maybe.
Time Lord.
Those are the three names I would hear.
Miles
Those other
Turner?
two. ugh.
Miles Turner.
Miles
See?
Turner, yeah. That Miles Turner's a little
yeah.
older, but
Yeah.
I would hear him. Miles Turner would actually fit great with those guys because he can shoot and he's obviously a good defender.
Yeah, I would like Miles.
But the reason that you need to keep Austin Reeves, in my opinion, is because Luka, injury prone, whatever we're saying about the conditioning,
Sure,
all
sure.
that. And LeBron James is 40 years old. So you need a backup.
scorer,
playmaker. You
playmaker.
needed an insurance policy in case one of those goes down. What do you think about the Lakers?
Yeah.
Do they keep LeBron?
I think they keep LeBron because they're handcuffed to him because he has no trade.
But they
Would he
only-
waive it? Sure.
They
for
would
certain
only
things.
give him a trade that he would want to do anyways.
For sure. That's when after I asked that question, I was like, "Do they blindside him?" I go, "Wait, he has no trade. He can't."
Yeah, they're not going to ship him to fucking Toronto.
But sure, they would get what they could. But
Jakob Pertl has entered the chat.
I do think you call around. I do think you go, "Hey, LeBron, are you open?" If LeBron's open to playing somewhere else, then I think you move him because why wouldn't you? Because I don't think the team is as currently constituted can perform and try to go out and actually win deep in the playoffs right now
without a big.
without a big and kind of without like just perimeter defense and shooting. Not, like, they just kind of they need both things or one or the other. Like you gotta pick a lane.
I don't know. The perimeter defense is their biggest issue. I mean,
They're the biggest.
obviously with now, granted, with Reeves, Luka, and LeBron on the floor at the same time, you're gonna have to have like Vando and a staunch defender in the middle.
Yeah, if you had Anthony Davis as like your big backline,
exactly.
but I will say I don't know what they do. I think you gotta at least if you're the Lakers, you have to talk to LeBron and say, listen, do you want to retire here? That's fine. We can make that happen. Like that's okay. We'll figure that part out. But I think if you're hopeful that he will want to be moved, so you can start right now and say, okay, we can get the pieces for LeBron, a couple of young guys or whatever, and we can recoup a little bit of assets on that kind of situation and start to put pieces around him because we're also still the destination. And you look at that. If he's like, I want to retire here, which I personally believe that next year is his last year, then I think you go, okay, I think, yeah, you package Reeves if you have to for a Vooch or a Valanciunas. As much as you don't like them, I understand that thought. The problem is Reeves is way too redundant for them because what does he offer you at all when you got
He can be your sixth man.
You got the Luka Doncic's of Austin Reeves. Like you got,
That's
you
true.
know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like
I get you.
you already got it.
My
So,
only thing
eh.
about trading LeBron here is if I'm the Lakers, LeBron now is nearly more of an asset to me on the team, regardless of his play, because I want him to show Luka everything he knows. On the court, off the court, conditioning, training, mentality, everything, IQ, all of that. I don't care if it's for a season.
I get that.
Teach him because he's going to be our franchise probably forever. People that go to the Lakers typically don't leave outside of Shaq. Like,
Yeah.
I want him at least, obviously, through the end of this season.
Yeah.
I guess you see how this season goes, see how the offseason goes, and then,
I think LeBron can opt out, right?
at the end of this year?
I think
no,
he-
he just signed an extension this summer.
So he's another one and then
Another
and then
one, then yeah. So he's got
I guess-
2 after this.
Do you think Luka listens to anybody?
I don't.
The other thing is Luka's a free agent.
If he wants
After
to be
next
a
summer.
player, yeah.
And there are going to be teams calling. Like, what if Miami just says, hey, just so you know, you can come to South Beach too. Like, you don't have to stay in LA.
You're not going.
I don't think.
Well, no,
LeBron-
I know.
yeah.
I'm just saying.
Yeah.
Just saying. There are going to be teams who call and say, hey, just so you know.
Ain't nobody 270 at 2% body fat. That Pat Riley. That's not happening.
Spo is not allowed.
No.
Well,
No.
talk to me about the Lakers trade.
So yeah, I don't think LeBron leaves. I think actually LeBron is bought in, and I think
Oh, definitely.
it's great for Luka.
He loves Luka.
Yeah, I think it's great for Luka until he retires because they're kind of the Lakers are now in their transition period of LeBron leaving. They've the Lakers have always done good to LeBron, getting his son, drafting him. I think LeBron's going to do good to the Lakers. I don't think he's going to do anything crazy. I think he's going to stay, help Luka, figure this team out, show him all his ways like Michael said.
Yeah.
And I think it's going to help them out a lot. They're the only players to score 10,000 points, 3,000 or grab 3,000 rebounds and have 3,000 assists age 25 or younger in NBA history.
And now they'll be teammates.
Yeah. Yeah, that's great. No, and they're both top 10 in touches per game, or both top 10 in touches per game. So we're going to see how that works out with LeBron and Luka. But I think that LeBron's going to kind of take the step back, not take the step back, but kind of it was LeBron's time, but now this is kind of going to be Luka's team now.
I mean, we saw this. He tried. I'm kind of adding to your point.
No,
Sorry, I'm not cutting you
you're
off.
fine. Yeah, you're fine.
We saw him try to kind of hand the keys to Anthony Davis a couple times.
Yeah.
AD was ready in 2020. Bubble, whatever. MVP MVP. LeBron goes on an MVP tear towards the end, like right when COVID hits. There's like the MVP campaign starts. If COVID doesn't happen, I do think he wins that MVP. Then the bubble, then all that, then Anthony Davis injured, then Anthony Davis back. Then it's like, okay, then last season, first like month and a half, Anthony Davis is insane. Lakers are on a good start, and it's like, oh, Anthony Davis MVP buzz. Like, is it possible? Like, is it finally happening? Is the transition happening? This is the keys being handed off.
Yep,
He's
definitely.
actually going to be able to do it for Luka.
Yep.
He's going to hand him the keys, and Luka's actually going to be able to take him and do it.
And this is a superstar that can come into LA, play the way that they need. They'll love him, and he's missing out on that supermax money. I wouldn't be surprised if the Lakers offered him, like their goal needs to be to get the pieces around him to make him happy enough to sign the 5-year. I don't think Luka's going to do it. He's going to sign a 3-year and do probably a player option.
Oh yeah.
But I think their goal is going to be to put they're going to go and get players that are going to make him happy, play with LeBron. They could even go for a title run.
It's not off the table.
It's not off the
Definitely
table.
not.
Like they could make a run.
41-year-old LeBron James. I mean, like, look, he had a 33-point triple double in the Garden the other night. Like, I'm not saying that's every night, but like, I'm not saying that's an every night thing. And obviously, if you're playing 100 games in a season, 40 years old, 41 years old if we're saying it's next year. But like, we're talking about Luka, and like, if LeBron and Luka are spending this offseason together,
It's going to be crazy.
and here's the other thing that we haven't talked about, and I think that this is the pin in this that I think is the perfect button that is going to kind of finish this here. They just traded one of the most vindictive, hateful dudes in the league, and he hates dudes for little to no reason at all. The Mavericks better pray to God that they never run into the Lakers in the playoffs. because that man is going to average 50 fucking points a game.
Seriously.
And he is going to be staring at fucking Nico Harrison every shot. He's going to be, me? You traded me? Why does he hate Rudy Gobert so much? We don't know. But you saw him like, you can't fucking guard me. Why does he hate Rudy? Just because he's European and wins DPOIs? Why does he?
That's right.
They traded him in the middle of the night with no warning. He was their franchise guy. He was 19 when they went there. Yeah. In the middle of the night with no heads up. He cried when he got traded. He did charities there. He loved the city. He loved the fans. He bought a house. He was committed. He loved the city of Dallas. He is going to fucking destroy them every single time. After LeBron James lost to the Dallas Mavericks in the 2011 finals, he went 19 straight games where he did not lose to the Dallas Mavericks by he did not beat the Dallas Mavericks by fewer than 18 points, meaning it was a blowout every single time after that finals. We're going to see something that's going to make that look like a fucking child's play. This dude is fucking insane. He has that sicko shit in his mind. Like, he's got that Kobe thing. And that's the thing that I think these Lakers fans are really gonna adopt. There is that Kobe Luka link. Oh yeah. They had that it got Kobe out of the house because he really liked Luka. They spoke Slovenian. Kobe learned Slovenian just so he could talk trash to him on the sideline thing, right? They're gonna Lakers fans are gonna love Luka. Oh, yeah. Luka's gonna be fucking he's gonna be I don't even know the proper term for it. Like, whatever super villain you want to come up with. That's what he's going to be every single time he plays Dallas for the rest of his career.
I would probably go with Kingpin just because he's also fat and out of shape. But I get you.
Did you see Jason Kidd's face in the interview?
Yeah. Oh my God, he looked like a hostage.
He looked like he was sick.
He looked like he was doing I don't even know what to say. Yeah.
And it shows that Mark Cuban does not have control of the Mavericks anymore.
I mean,
he sold it.
Because what was it, a year and a half ago, 2 years ago, he said, if it was between me keeping Luka or keeping my marriage, catch me at the court getting a divorce. So,
I would be like, hey, that just means he doesn't love his wife. What are we talking about?
We know that guy.
What is this nonsense?
Yeah, new Banana Boat member, Luka Doncic.
I'm just saying, I just wish Luka loved Dallas enough to come into the season in shape. I don't know. I just wish he loved
and that's the thing. Bill Simmons made that point, too, that he's like, if you're so hyper-competitive, you probably got to come into shape a little bit more. But you could say the same thing about Jokic. You could say the same thing about a couple of guys. So it's but anyways.
A couple of guys.
Shout out to Danny. Danny is saying farewell. He's got to head out of here. But farewell, sweet Prince. Thank you for helping him know more about the league, he says. Okay, believe it or not, we do have one more, and obviously this one will be much shorter before we move on to our next segment. So round 2 of what did he say? Who is Shanae Ogumake talking about in this clip?
The fit is pretty fabulous because on paper, statistically already, this looks like the best pick and roll team in basketball.
Who? Shanae Ogumake talking about on that one?
De'Aaron Fox to the Spurs.
Oh, hell yeah.
Final answer?
Final answer.
Agreed.
Oh, damn it.
The fit is pretty fabulous because on paper, statistically already, this looks like the best pick and roll team in basketball, getting De'Aaron Fox.
Oh. Yep. I was like,
PJ Tucker to the Jazz.
I was like, it's just Anthony Davis to the Mavericks.
Jalen Hood-Schifino to the Jazz.
Yes, it is. Okay, let's make this one a little bit quicker, but less than 24 hours after the Mavericks dropped an atomic bomb on the Western Conference, the San Antonio Spurs planted a ticking time bomb attached to a nuclear warhead and aimed it straight at the Western Conference. The San Antonio Spurs acquired De'Aaron Fox from the Sacramento Kings and have officially paired their generational superstar with an all-star running mate for the future. Bob, how does this go for the Spurs?
I love it. I love it even more. Okay.
Do you like it more?
Yes. It's just Wemby getting exactly what he needs. It is exactly what De'Aaron Fox deserves. And, I'm sorry, Mavericks fans. At least you didn't wake up a fucking Sacramento Kings fan, okay? Oh, my God. If it didn't work in Chicago, how the hell is it going to work in Sacramento?
Levine and
Dude,
DeRozan.
for real. Like what?
It's crazy to me. Okay.
They were like,
oh my God.
They really did. They were just like, okay, so let's see. Levine, DeRozan, and and
Malik Monk to
Vucevic. Okay, so what if we got Levine? We don't have Vucevic, but we have another European big guy. We could do the same thing, right? Like,
They're like, you want to see us be the most dysfunctional franchise? Want to see us do it again? It's like, what are we doing, Sacramento? Those games are going to be
crazy.
depressing to an extent. I don't really see it being a whole lot of fun for the fan base whatsoever. Mavs fans, I'm giving you a pass. You can be Lakers fans.
oh, absolutely.
You're fine.
Have you seen that? That's a lot. That's a big thing.
Oh,
It's like
the Instagram followers went from 4.7 to 4.3 million or something like that.
we'll miss you, Luka. Miss him. I'm going with him. Yeah.
And it's like, hey, you know what? Sacramento Kings fans, just be a San Antonio Spurs fan. You're fine. I'm giving you a pass on that one too. So.
Yeah, Kyle.
Go for it.
I was on the phone with Kyle yesterday, and he goes, "Man, I got to root for Zach LaVine," and I was like, "You really don't have to.
Hell
you can
no.
you root for whoever the hell you want." Like,
I will. I'm thinking now. Yeah, Wemby jersey wouldn't look half bad. to be
from the
honest with
Spurs,
you.
though.
Not from the Kings.
From the Spurs perspective.
Oh, from the
Yeah.
Spurs perspective, what you've done is you've given up Zach Collins, and you
They
gave
kept Castle.
Castle
Amazing.
Castle,
and Vassell, which I haven't sold my Vassell stock yet. Just saying.
no, he's good.
I really like to have Vassell and a half for a while, so I just think that team looks so clean. Texas teams, well,
It ain't.
it ain't Texas.
Sorry, well, I don't want to win a Grammy.
Yeah, hold on. You don't want to win a Grammy.
Sorry, I don't want to win a Grammy over here.
I love it.
Texas
I love it.
has the best teams of any state. Period. All three of those Texas teams are way better than any other state's teams.
Well, yeah.
But I think the Kings got Levine because San Antonio said, you're not getting Stephen Castle. And so
Yes.
the Kings went, all right, well, I have to get something for De'Aaron Fox. And the thing I can sell is
Yep.
Zach Levine.
That's
Because
exactly why.
the Bulls are going to just shoot him out. The Bulls didn't get jack.
Squirt.
Yeah, for real.
Yeah, they got back a 2025 first rounder that they gave away,
their
that
own.
they traded earlier.
So, hey, you know what? Kudos are due
Mm.
to the Chicago Bulls for finally saying we're going to be bad.
Yeah.
Want to see me do it
Finally,
again?
Like, come on. No, I will say this. I think the
They're gonna be
Spurs.
terrible.
I also think so. I already said it. I think the Mavericks are better than the Lakers today.
Okay.
I think the Spurs might also be with De'Aaron Fox and Victor Wembanyama. I think that is honestly terrifying. I saw some stat that said that the Spurs were one of the last place teams in drives to the basket, and obviously De'Aaron Fox one of the highest rates of driving to the basket. So like
it's gonna be
terrifying. I don't. It's just scary. And it's scary today. It's going to be scary for the next 5 years too, but it's scary now.
Because these dudes are
Agreed.
healthy.
Yeah.
Trey.
What are we doing?
What was the question again?
The
Oh, yeah,
Spurs.
Spurs. Yeah, I
Spurs.
like the
There's
I like the move. I like the De'Aaron Fox move. Him playing with Chris Paul and being able to mentor Stephen Castle, which I sent to the group chat the other day. He's averaging pretty much identical stats to that De'Aaron Fox averaged his rookie year.
Yeah.
So I could see Sacramento wanting him in that trade just to be like, oh, he kind of
Yeah.
mirrors De'Aaron Fox.
They did not want to give him up.
No. So like that also gives the gives the Spurs a little ammo come like, draft time if they want to pick. I don't know if how they're going to be looking with picks or they give up their did they give up any picks for
I forgot.
Who?
because the
Spurs?
Spurs.
Yeah, they gave up, I think, one first rounder. And I think it is
Oh,
a
just-
2025.
Okay.
And
Oh.
that's a good bet because they're probably going to get a lot better. And I don't think it's top 10 protected either. Here we go.
For sure.
Sacramento
2020.
Kings receive Zach LaVine, 2025 first round from the Hornets, 2027 first round pick from the Spurs. Yeah, so they gave up their 2027 first round
To the
pick.
Spurs or to the Bulls are going to get that. All right.
No,
so
the Kings received that.
The
pick.
Kings received
The
that
Bulls
pick.
also got one.
Got you.
The Bulls got the
Oh, they're
25.
all-
So they gave up
Yeah.
two. They gave up the Spurs gave up 2 first round picks, but one of them was their own.
Was a Bulls pick that
Was
they got
the-
from the Bulls from the
Yes,
DeRozan
they
trade.
like got their pick
Got
back.
you.
So
Okay. So yeah,
DeRozan?
yes,
I like the trade. I think
Oh,
it's
yeah,
going to
it's
help.
great.
I think it's going to help the Spurs a lot. I don't know what they're really trying to do. I thought that they were going to try to get a good draft pick this year, but getting an all-pro
he's
point
too
guard,
good.
yeah, getting an all-pro
It's-
point guard that can play under or not play under, but play with Chris Paul, learn from him a little bit. That's going to be even better. So I think it was the right move over trying to go after a Trae Young or a LaMelo Ball that was that had been in talks with them. So I think that's the safe pick for them. And
Jimmy
I
Butler
think
just punching.
Yeah, the Kings.
Trade me.
I don't know what they're thinking. They had Tyrese Halliburton, then De'Aaron Fox, and now they have Malik Monk running their point guard. So
yeah, they gotta let Monk kind of open it up. I'm glad that the Spurs didn't have to get rid of Castle. I think that they're really high on him.
No, just love Malik Monk.
Oh yeah,
he's good. But
yeah, well,
just not as I don't see him running a point.
No, I don't. He's not gonna. He's not gonna be like they're like running their offense. I don't think. But I mean, I think they just need to be. You think there's gonna be their he's gonna be their point?
He's their starting point guard right now.
Malik Monk?
Yeah.
No, yeah.
You don't. I think Levine's gonna have the ball.
I think Levine's gonna be their primary ball. Anyways, in terms of the Spurs, exactly the same thing said about LeBron and Luka. You get the CP3, De'Aaron Fox thing. Anytime you've got a basketball genius teaching another smart basketball player, it tends to go very, very well. So good for the Spurs. I'm very happy about it. I don't have a thing about this, but we're all collectively livid that Trae Young did not get All-Star nod.
Yeah. Yeah.
Insane.
I think the reason why
because fucking Donovan Mitchell ruined it.
Yeah, I can't. I can't even wrap my head around. Not even being reserved was ridiculous. We were talking about last week him being a starter, and I can't even believe. I think he should have been a starter. I can't even believe he didn't even get.
You want to know why I think they went with it with Tyler Hero?
Why?
I think Tyler Hero got the spot over him, and I think they got it just because. I mean, look at where the Miami Heat sits, and look at where the Atlanta Hawks sit. So I was going back and forth, but then you go about look at Trae Young's averaging so many more assists, and then he's
number
they
one
beat
in
the
NBA.
Celtics and the Cleveland Cavaliers twice. The only team to do it.
Don't give a fuck about standings. Yeah. He's been amazing. Leads the league in assists. Leads the league in all these other assist stats. He's been exceptional. And respect to Tyler Hero, but they also already didn't Bam make the All-Star team?
Bam made it. I think.
So they already have an All-Star. So fuck that. Don't give me Tyler Hero. I was blown away by that. All right.
That's wild.
Let's get to a segment that everybody comes for one more time. Let's make it a good one, baby. It's time for Bob's Buckets.
It's time for Bob's Buckets.
Hi. We're back.
Hey.
Bucket time, baby. Hey, listen. I was going to go ahead and give us, of course, the LeBron James. Lakers are 3-1 their last 4, the triple-double in Madison Square Garden. I also could have gone with Donovan Mitchell. That man's shooting 56% from the field right now in his last 5 games, averaging 22 and 8 assists. Outstanding stuff. But it's Bob's Buckets. It's my fucking show. And I get to choose who my buckets are.
Yes,
and gentlemen, my buckets are my legendary co-hosts. I got to give one to Trae for being just one of the most dedicated, shows up when he needs to, and always performs over the top. I love you, Trae. Thank you, brother.
Love you too, Bob.
You get a
Thank
bucket. Justin Moore, God damn it, dude. When we had to stay the night at that Motel 6 in Denver... Legendary, dude.
Altitude sickness.
Just that altitude sickness, and I was like, "Bro, get some oxygen in you. We need you. You got to stay alive."
I did get oxygen. I bought it. I've had it DoorDash to the fucking thing.
We got a DoorDash him, and he lived. That hotel, insane. I remember showing up being like, "Yeah, this is my room," and the lady being like, "No, you got to go to the front," and I'm like.
No, I know.
3 sheets to the wind. And I'm like, no, this is where I am. And she's like, I need your ID, sir. And I'm like, all right, cool, whatever. And finally, Michael, my oldest friend on the podcast.
Yes, sir.
I'll never forget when I was outside the levee. And that was the only time I ever went, by the way. It was that one time. And you said,
Serendipity.
Sarah was there. And she,
Yeah, that too.
and you pull me aside and you're like, hey, you're a Warriors fan from high school. We do the podcast. You got to come on for a sode. Came on for a sode, and I never fucking left until today, of course, unfortunately. But thank you for being one of my oldest friends. You walk the same halls as I did. You understand where we all come from. And at the end of the day, man, thank you for damn near almost everything, dude.
Love you.
Bucket.
Thanks, Bob.
Certified.
Appreciate it.
Thank you.
Bob's Buckets, Betty.
Best one yet.
Best one yet.
I never want to do that again.
Huh?
I'm never staying in a motel again, dude. I know.
Oh, I meant dying of altitude sickness, but yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Did you get like surprised me?
Wow.
You actually surprised us. Damn.
Wow. Random question of the day. That's right. It's time for the random question of the day,
gonna be like
where
how
I
many
ask
buckets?
one random NBA trivia question, and if anybody gets it right, they get 1,000 points. Bob Alldritt is a 30-year-old former podcast host from Wichita, Kansas, who has been part of roughly 100 episodes of Yay Basketball. Your question today is, what episode was Bob's first episode as a permanent co-host of Yay Basketball?
That was episode 89.
I'm gonna go 82.
Gonna let this one run out.
Be my guest.
Oh, God, please. Episode 55.
Ah.
Fuck! Nope. 59.
Yeah, 59 is right.
Half points!
You know what? Give it full points. It doesn't really make a difference.
Yes!
Give him
Let's
1,000.
go.
Sure, why not? Yes, episode 59 is correct. Yes, episode 59. We'd had you on a couple
Really?
guest spots
Yeah, that may have been
before
first
that.
appearance.
But yes, we'd had you on a couple shows before that, but 59 was when we permanently brought you on.
I'll
as
be
a-
honest, after I said 89, I went, we celebrated 100 really hard for him to only have been there 11 episodes.
Yeah, and then also it's episode 169 today, which nice.
Nice.
And then also I said in the thing he's been part of roughly 100 episodes.
Yeah, but roughly 89, 169, that's only 20 difference. Only 80. That's roughly.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Okay. So
know-
Almost 100.
Wrong button. There we go. Yep. I think it actually is more than 100.
Yeah, it's almost 150. 140 episodes, right? Or my math, not math.
It's over 100.
69.
It
59.
is.
So it is 110. Never mind.
110.
It is. Yeah. It's roughly 100, but you've
Yeah.
missed a few here and there. We all have. So it's
Yeah.
just. I just said roughly 100 just to be normal. Okay. I texted you this morning. I said, "What games do you want to play as your last show?" So you said pick or roll, which is one we haven't done in a long time. So let's play a little pick or roll.
Pick or roll. Pick or roll. Pick or roll. Pick, roll, pick, roll, pick, roll, pick, 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 pick.
I only picked it for the song.
Not a bad choice.
So shout out to his family.
Shout out to his family. Oh, man. Pick or roll. If you're unfamiliar with this segment, I will give the guys two freezing cold, typically outrageous and impossible takes. They must then pick one side, pick one of those takes and argue their side. I will decide on the winning argument, and the winner gets 100 points. Who cares? Think of a number between 1 and... your birthday's on the 27th?
My birthday?
Yeah?
20th.
20th. Why do I think 27th? Pick a number between 1 and 100.
11.
25.
26.
It was 20. I literally
Damn it.
told you guys what it was.
Of course. I thought.
All right, Trey.
Trey.
You get to go first.
It's going to be the best episode
Sure,
or the
why not?
worst episode.
Could be the best. Could be the worst.
Also could be the worst.
You get to pick your opponent, and you get to go first. You get to choose your opponent, and then you get to
I'll go Justin.
Justin
Never
first.
works out for you.
This is a shit show. This
Yeah,
whole
this
thing
is
is a
not
joke.
I
Who
love
cares?
this game.
All right.
So yeah. I'm gonna go.
Okay. Is there a different? Oh, yes, there is. Wow. As we've discussed, the Dallas Mavericks just proved that there is no such thing as an untouchable player in the NBA. There are now rumors that some teams believe that the precedent has been set and that this is their time to go get a generational talent at a bargain. So Trey, which trade offer should be accepted? The Bucks giving up Giannis and 2 first-round picks for Mark Williams and cash? Or the Nuggets giving up Nikola Jokic, Jamal Murray, and 3 second-round picks for Chris Boucher and naming rights to Scotiabank Arena?
Ooh.
Which team should accept that deal? The Bucks or the Nuggets?
I think so. The Nuggets are sending Nikola to the Raptors.
It would be yes. The Nuggets would be sending Jokic, Jamal Murray, and 3 second-round picks to the Raptors for Chris Boucher and naming rights to Scotiabank Arena.
This is my. All right, I think the Nuggets take that offer. Why they do that is because why not? You get blocking but blocking phenom Chris Boucher.
Wow.
And you get naming rights to Nova Scotia Bank. Scotia Bank. So hopefully there's some money involved with that. I don't know if you heard.
Just quickly before he gets out of here, I do just want to say, Mark says he's probably got to go. Just want to say, Bob, I'll miss you. You've been an honorary uncle to me. When I first met you and talked with you on the live streams, you lit up the room. Forever grateful for that. Love you so much. Wish you the best in your future endeavors, whatever they may be.
Thank you, Mark. Love you, brother. Be good.
See y'all soon. Yay, basketball. All right.
So another reason why Nikola Jokic would work out in Toronto is because he's a triple-double king.
But why should the Nuggets take this deal? Why would the Nuggets want to accept Chris Boucher and naming rights to Scotiabank Arena?
Because.
Fuck yeah, dude.
Oh, yeah.
I love it. That's a good one. It's a button. All right, Justin, what you got for me? Why should the Bucks accept the deal that the Hornets called and they said, all right,
hello,
we're going to give you Mark Williams and cash in exchange for Giannis and 2 first-round picks. Why should the Bucks accept this deal?
So, as we all know in Milwaukee, the economy runs as the deer run.
Oh.
And what any economy ever really needs is a cash influx. What an economy needs is to kind of, you have to get rid of your liabilities. You got to lower your bills to bring in, literally, as it was presented to me, cash.
Oh.
An infinite number of cash.
I thought you were going to say bucks, but okay.
Should have. So, you know what?
Missed opportunity.
You're only giving up $1. You're getting
many
bucks in return.
Wow,
and that's why they should do it. And honestly,
is that why they call them the Milwaukee Bucks?
Honestly,
wow.
If we're speaking honestly,
wow.
Gotta stop.
The ladders can't take it anymore. This man's been throwing ladders and fits. And you know what? He
sprinting after basketballs.
He wants the great European players to play in big markets
like
Charlotte.
Of course.
Give him what he wants, you get what you want.
Good point. A good point, buddy. Good one. You know what? It's close. It's a toss-up. I got to give it to Justin.
Thanks.
Good job, Justin.
All right, next round is going to be Trey and Bob. Bob will get to choose first. Victor Wembanyama is very tall. So freaky tall.
How tall is
he? Is so freaky tall. However, some people around the league have started to wonder if he is too tall. Too tall to play in the NBA.
What?
Claiming that it leaves the other players at a disadvantage. There have even been several ideas floated to fix this problem. But which is the better plan moving forward? Force Victor Wembanyama to play every game from his knees with a pair of Nikes duct taped to his kneecaps? Or give every other player in the NBA shin enhancement surgery to make their shins, and only their shins, 2 feet longer?
Oh, wow. Great question, Michael. And I think Victor Wembanyama set an example for everybody, okay? It's time that the league catches up.
Oh.
Okay? We're sending these guys to Turkey for experimental shin extension surgeries, okay?
Kusadasi.
Exactly. Listen, you're going to have guys, if you thought Gogo Batadze was already tall, guess what? He's taller now, okay? If you thought Scotty Barnes is an all-star.
Thank you, Mark.
Thank you, Mark. He's for sure going to be an all-star this year, man. Are you kidding me? It's the only way to make it fair for everyone. The rim's already 10 feet. We're not going to go Adam Silver on your ass and change the rules just to change the rules. We're just going to change the physiology of the entire league. It's as simple as that.
So, like, the 7-footers would be 9 feet tall. Yeah, but it's just their shins. They would look so
Chris Paul.
horrifying.
It's just ugly. It looks like the substance in their fucking legs, man.
Trey, can you explain to me why it makes sense that the league would force Victor Wembanyama to play every game from his knees with Nikes duct taped to his kneecaps?
Well, you see, the reason why they would do that is because, I mean, even with him on his knees, he's probably still the tallest man in the NBA. Wow. I mean, we see this guy shooting one-legged three-pointers from half court, blocking from the free throw line when someone's shooting a three. The guy can take like 2 dribbles and get down the court. He's got to play from his knees and specifically wear his all-star pair of Nike Alien Nike shoes that he has. I don't know.
Be good branding.
Good branding.
Oh, because he could wear 4 at once.
Like a centaur?
Shit, Nike has entered the chat.
Wow.
And
centaur.
I don't know where I was going with that, but yeah, no. I think even with him playing on his knees, he would still win all the world's awards that he would, or win all the awards that he has won and still get an NBA championship. But I think it makes it a little bit more fair for the other players just because some of the guys will be more down to his level.
Equality.
Yeah. This one's tough, but I gotta go. I think Big Nike's calling to me. I think we gotta give that one to Trey there. I think the money's flowing, money's talking to me.
Except when the tariffs hit, baby.
Yeah, God.
You should have gone with basketball Jesus. He sacrifices himself for the good of the league.
Oh.
All right. Okay, last one here. Bob and Justin. With NBA viewership on the decline, League Commissioner Adam Silver mentioned in an NBA interview.
Hold on.
With NBA interview. Could be the worst.
Could be the worst.
With NBA viewership on the decline, League Commissioner Adam Silver mentioned in an interview recently that he likes the idea of 10-minute quarters in the NBA. Fans almost immediately rebuked this idea and replaced it with their own, 2 of which have started to gain some serious traction.
Oh, God.
In order to gain viewership, which of the 2 following ideas should the league adopt? Replace all of the basketballs in the league with live geese? Or force every player to play in skin-tight latex bodysuits? Justin, you get to pick first.
There is only one option. And I stand before you today, ladies and gentlemen, here to tell you that skin-tight bodysuits would not only increase female viewership.
Oh. Fair.
But would actually get us down to the real nitty-gritty of whether or not Luka Doncic is 270 pounds. Because he couldn't hide it in a fucking sweatsuit when he gets off a goddamn plane in Los Angeles. And everybody's like, he looks slim.
Oh,
I don't think so. Not in my league. And could you imagine the revenue they're going to make now that jerseys don't exist? Oh, you have to. Oh, you had a Kobe jersey? Sorry. Get a Kobe skin suit. I don't.
Kobe skin suit. Clip that.
Could be the worst.
Yeah, you gotta get rid of your jerseys out.
Out.
Burn
Latex
latex
skin
suits
suit?
in.
In.
Okay, Bob, tell me why basketballs are out and live geese are in.
Real quick. No.
You're not gonna rebuttal? No rebuttal? Okay.
No, I mean, obviously with SGA's partnership with Skims, it's gotten a little over the top.
Oh.
All right, now we've gone full blown. Live
started
geese. Listen, we got to save these geese, guys, okay? Aviary flu and the bird flu, okay, is absolutely decimating bird populations across the world. Putting live geese as the basketball in these professional sports games will obviously solve the problem.
Oh,
We are humanely bouncing them up and down the court
honk
and
honk.
launching them from 30 feet plus away.
Think about the shooting percentage.
Think of the shooting percentage.
Oh
You
my
can
God.
train these geese, okay? Steph Curry will never miss another three-pointer, man. That thing will just fly right in. No problem.
You thought threes were a problem before.
Oh my god.
Also, we can finally curb the Canadian geese population. Those fuckers are a problem.
and Leewood geese.
And Leewood geese.
Get rid of them. I'd like to see Victor Wembanyama block a few of them into the ground. Third row. You know what? I'm giving that one to Bob just
Yeah.
because of, if nothing else, just because of the immaculate honk there that you just had. Why We Mocktail says Kim Skims boy.
SGA, Kim Skims boy.
Sarah in chat, Cactus says.
Crazy.
Oh, all right. Well done. Well done. Okay, that was pick or roll. One final pick or roll for Bobby Boy. All right. Well, it is a game show after all, so I guess we better get to our final game of the day. And our final game of the day is Jump Ball Trivia.
You better talk to me nice. Bob's leaving, so you better talk to me nice. 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 Jump on to me, yes I said you must talk to me nice.
Welcome to Jump Ball Trivia. In this one, you will compete against your co-hosts one at a time in a best-of-3 trivia game. I will ask you the same question at the same time, and the first person to give the correct answer gets the points for the question. The first player to 2 correct answers wins the round and receives 100 points. If neither of you can correctly answer one of the 3 questions, the round finishes in a draw, and you each receive 50 points. We've never had that happen, so I don't actually think that is a thing. In the event of a tie or a too close to call, we'll do a different question to decide that point. It's kind of like a head-to-head rapid-fire trivia. Sound good?
Sounds
Yep.
Great.
All right. Bob, given that it's your last event here, let's give you an opportunity to choose your opponent. You can go first.
Choose your fighter. Trey,
Let's do it.
let's dance.
All right, round 1. I'm going to ask you how many championships the following player has. Kobe.
6.
5.
That is correct for Bob.
Oh.
The rebound.
I'm going to ask you what team drafted the following player. Kevin Durant.
Seattle
see-
Sonics.
Oh, Seattle Supersonics.
Trey gets it. We're tied at 1. I'm going to ask you the head coach of the following team. Lakers.
JJ Redick.
Unfortunately, that is going to be a too close to call for me. I'm very sorry, gentlemen.
Cool.
So we'll go to our default 4th question. I'm going to ask you the home arena for the following team. Heat.
Visor form. No, it's Invis Align.
The Invisalign.
Oh my God! It's this great tweet that was like Jimmy Butler's just needs to drive a cruise ship. What is
Smoothie
that?
King Center. No, that's
Sticking
New
Sayers.
Orleans.
I guess this would be an example of splitting.
starts with a K,
splitting
right?
The point. You are right, but it's too late. It's Kaseya Center.
Kaseya Center.
I guess
Okay.
this would be an example of splitting the points, but I don't really want to do that, so
No.
we'll just do a different
Don't
one.
do that. I need
Hell
some
yeah.
time.
For what?
Just don't worry
One
about
more.
Okay, heard.
Double overtime.
I'm going to ask you, sorry, Trey, bad luck. I'm going to ask you the name of the following team's mascot. Cavs.
Sir Cece or Moondog.
That both work. I'll take them both.
Damn it.
Give the 100 points to Bob. All righty. Would you like another minute?
Just like 30 seconds.
Okay. Bob, what's your you a couple weeks ago you weren't on the show and we talked about cheese, but
Oh yeah.
and when you were here last week you said, "Oh, I'm so mad that you had all of these shitty cheeses." What would you like to give a brief cheese moment?
I would shout out to cheese first and foremost. Listen, I heard things like Colby Jack, cheddar was brought up. No mentions of Brie. No mentions of Gruyere. No one even said Swiss. No one said provolone. There wasn't any Humboldt fog. You said provolone?
No.
There was no Parmesan. Reggiano, the king of cheeses. There was no Pecorino. I was beside myself. Of course, goat cheese was mentioned, which is like obviously the best one. So no problem. No feta was even brought up. Asiago is a fair answer. I will give you that.
Although when we were off air, you said it's a poor man's Parmesan.
It is.
I mean, it's just kind of insulting.
Okay.
Just saying.
Remember when you had a T-shirt on and you said, "But people don't shame me for the clothes that I wear." Well, I guess I would like it if my friends didn't shame me for the cheese that I like.
I'm sorry.
All right, round 2. Here we go. I'm gonna ask you what number the following player wears. SGA.
0. 00.
It's 1. 2.
It is 2.
I didn't
I knew it
know,
was
yo.
low.
I was like,
I'm gonna ask you. Whoops.
No.
Whoopsies. Whoops. I'm gonna ask you how old the following player is.
Okay.
Kyrie Irving.
32.
Yeah.
Is that
Oops, I
true?
oopsied my way into that. That's too close to call, obviously. Who is the NBA's all-time leader in double-doubles?
Wilt Chamberlain?
Bill Russell.
Like Kareem.
It's got to
LeBron.
be double doubles.
Oh my God. Number 32?
You know it?
Yeah.
Magic Johnson. Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
No answer.
Larry Bird.
Stockton.
My man.
My man.
Timothy Duncan.
Oh.
No, I did not know it.
Damn. Think
LeBron's about 300 off of that.
Damn.
he gets there?
No.
That's what he's been really playing for this long for the entire time?
Okay, so we need one more then. I'm going to ask you who was drafted number 1 overall in the following year.
Okay.
Calendar year, you know how this goes.
Yep.
2008.
Greg Oden.
That is correct. Bob gets it. Bob cleaning up so far. Woo! Alrighty. Justin and Trey. Alrighty. I'm going to ask you what team the following player plays for. Jalen Duren.
Pistons?
Detroit Pistons.
Justin gets that one. I'm going to ask you what country the following player is from. Jalen Brown.
You gonna say?
Do you want to hear the third question just for fun?
I would love to.
Who drafted the following player?
Okay.
Jalen Brunson.
Dallas Mavericks.
That is correct. You want to know why?
To Jalen Brown.
It was the
Jalen Brown. Jalen Brown. It's the Jalen Brown, yo. Jalen Brown. It's the Jalen Brown, yo. Jalen Brown. 6, 7, 7.
We're up to like 12 Jalen's in the league. So many Jalen's.
All right.
Good one.
So that means it's going to be Trey and Bob again.
Okay.
Who is the head coach of the Knicks?
Thibodeau.
That is correct.
Like,
Wow.
yeah, you feel that way all the time. I do too. I'm like, dang it.
What number does Klay Thompson wear?
11.
11.
Oh, now?
13.
Ooh, 12. 10.
10.
What did he change it to?
2.
22.
No answer. Wow.
Oh, wow. No.
31.
Oh, wow.
How many times has the following player made the finals? Kevin Durant.
5.
6.
3.
7.
3 is correct, Trey.
We're going
Huh?
up. We should have gone down.
3. Warriors.
Thunder.
4 is correct. I'm very sorry. 4. Point for Bob. I apologize. I off the domed that.
That's okay.
Sorry, Trey.
You're good.
So then that's the end of the round.
That
then.
was it.
Yeah, sorry. My bad.
it.
Yep.
Oops. Sorry about that. Forgot about the thunder. Baby thunder. Oops. All right, Justin Bob. Actually, it's going to be Justin Trey.
Justin Trey.
How many minutes is an NBA quarter?
12.
15.
It's 12. Okay. Who won the finals in 2012.
Heat.
Warriors.
Heat is correct.
Oh,
That is it.
Sheesh.
Okay.
I didn't get any points.
Last round. Last time. Justin Bob. Here we go. What team does Seth Curry play for?
He doesn't have a team.
The Nets.
He's on the Charlotte Hornets.
That's correct.
Damn, good call.
Who is the head coach of the Pelicans?
Willie Green.
That is correct. Tied
Good
at
job.
1. Last one here. What number does the following player wear? Paolo Banchero.
10,
12.
9,
8.
No answer.
It's a 5.
What a weird one.
Who is the all-time leading scorer, franchise leading scorer for the Pacers?
Reggie Miller.
That is correct. Bob gets it. Reggie Miller is correct, and Bob finishes the round.
I thought it was going to be the Phoenix Suns. I was like, Devin Booker.
Justin, why don't you recap that game for us there, my brother?
That game right there.
Yes.
That game right there. The three of us played that game.
Yes.
Trey?
Yes. No points. Yeah.
No points. Me? 200
Thanks
points.
for reminding me.
Okay.
But Big Bob. Bobby got 400 points. Cleaned up. Let's go.
Okay. Why don't you recap the day?
The day?
Uh-huh.
The day. Trey?
Yep.
300 points.
Okay.
Michael?
Mm-hmm.
Not a single point.
Whoa, what?
Oh, man.
Who would have thought,
Wow.
dude?
Me?
Who?
I am me.
You are you.
You are you with 500 points.
Okay.
You are you.
Yeah,
You are you.
I guess.
You are you. You did win the day
Won the day.
by a little bit. 1,700 points.
God, I love it.
Wow, just a little bit. Got a nice send off.
Feels like a kid's birthday party, and everyone's there just like, oh yeah, we're having fun. Just let him win. Kidding. Earn that.
Okay, well then spin the wheel.
Spin it! Give me that.
Here's some music for you.
You didn't realize we added do 7 more episodes.
Oops. Sign a 10-year contract.
Spin the wheel.
Spin the wheel. Spin the wheel. Spin the wheel. Spin it.
What is it?
Pick a bet
a
for your
bet.
co-host. So it's pick a point total, right?
Yeah.
Or is it pick a bet?
No, it's your point total.
Yeah.
On my way out.
Fine.
Point total
yeah.
because the bets are already.
Yeah. Yeah,
All
pick
right.
the point total. Pick the wager.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that's better. Yeah.
Yeah.
Do we want to do a secondary spin?
Why?
Well, just because.
No, I'm burning this place to the ground.
Yeah. Okay. Fine. All right. Cool. So then that is that. Okay. So then now, great. Now that we've got those points set up there, what is playing? There it is. Let's go ahead and gamble these points away in a little segment called Props to You.
Another exciting edition of Props to You.
Hey!
Here we are today. Bob, we are going to start with you.
Yes.
Not just because it's your last episode, because you also are going to have to pick a person's bet. So, like, we might as well start with you right now.
Correct.
You've chosen the Steph Curry's over 23.5 versus the Orlando Magic this evening. You are in first place, 3,200 points. How many points are you going to bet?
There is only one answer to this question.
Oh, hey, by the way, you know what I just realized? Your points are going to be deferred to the guest scoreboard.
Love it.
So, just in case you ever come back for a guest spot, these will be on the guest scoreboard.
And I can't wait to pick up 6,400 of those points when I come
Put
back.
it all on, baby.
Put it all on, Steph.
Now,
Pick a wager.
I guess, yeah, where do you want to go for me to announce it next?
I would like to send this one to Trey.
Alrighty.
Okay, so you're going to do the. Okay, so Trey has DeAndre Ayton under 28.5 points, rebounds, and assists. I can't type because I was typing really fast because I had to change over here. It's fine. He has 1,800 points. How many points would you like Trey to bet?
Trey, I'm going to make you
Okay. Make me.
100 points.
100.
I was gonna say.
I'm playing conservative this year.
Alrighty.
It's only appropriate.
Forcing
All
him to
right,
play
thank you.
conservative this
Thank
year.
Forcing you to play
You're making me.
conservative.
All right. I've got 2,000 points. I've got Paolo Banchero. He wears number 5. Over 23.5 points versus those Golden State Warriors and Steph Curry this evening.
Warriors. Golden State Warriors. Golden State Warriors.
Hey, you bet all those, and there's that. I'm gonna pull a Trey, and I'm gonna bet 100 points.
Pull a Trey.
I'm
through me. Yeah.
also doing 100 just because like I got 0 today, so I really
You
can't
do have
afford
Zion
to play
over
fast and loose.
23.5 points at Denver tonight.
Yeah.
100 points. Small leagues right now.
That is where the points will stand
bunch of any belly
as
buttons.
of now. Now, of course, as we know, this is Bob's last sode. And I was able to talk you into one more. I told you, obviously, do some fun send-off stuff. So if you'll indulge me, a fun little thing I put together for you before we get you out of here as a little goodbye. Time of week. Bob, what do you got for the people?
Listen, I'm just gonna keep it simple with you guys, and it's just
Wow.
you need to hear this because some of you
Let's finish strong here, Bob.
need to touch the grass. Go outside.
Another turning point, a fork stuck in the road. Time grabs you by the wrist, directs you where to go. So
Which Cavs mascot was introduced in the 2003 season?
it's not a question, but a lesson learned in time. It's something unpredictable, but in the end is right. I hope you had the time of your life.
Bob Alldritt.
Hey, Michael.
Hey, how are you today, Bob?
Oh, just like any other day. Great.
Good to see you. You look great today.
Oh, thanks, Mike. I don't know, Atkins.
So take the photographs and still frames in your mind.
Landry Michael shit. I'm sorry, this is so tough.
For what it's worth, it was worth all the while. It's something unpredictable, but in the end it's right. I hope you had the time of your life.
Good luck.
Broke him.
It's something unpredictable, but in the end it's right. I hope you had the time of your life.
The mind has to wrap around the tongue.
Do it.
Let's dance.
Something unpredictable, but in the end it's right. I hope you had the time of your life.
We love you, buddy.
Love you, Bob.
Speechless. Thank you. Love you guys.
It's been a yeah. It's been a lot of fun, buddy. Man. Woo. Well, we got to find a way to wrap up this show.
Yeah, absolutely.
I will say before we go, I was gonna try to do it without crying, but we started the show, we restarted the show fall of 2021 with Kyle, Justin, and I, and it was a lot of fun. We were having a good time. TikTok took off like out of nowhere. We were all kind of blindsided by it. It was crazy. And Kyle gets a dream job and has to move across country. And the very first thought in Justin and I's mind is, let's pray to God Bob says yes. And we sat down with you, and right away you agreed.
Yep.
And it was awesome just because you're amazing, and it was a godsend that you saved the show, but then also doing this with you for the last couple years. Really something I'll never forget. So
it was huge.
Yeah.
You always brought the energy, man.
Yeah.
Always.
So thank you for that. Always coming in positive.
Always.
Making us laugh no matter what's going on in your life and all that. So love you very much for that. And like I said, YB Brothers for life.
Absolutely. Obviously it's emotional. Smile because it happened, and life moves on in the right ways. And this body of work that we've amassed over the last 2 years is going to be on the internet forever.
Yeah.
And the memories, whether we like it or not, and the memories
could be the worst.
Could be the worst.
Definitely the wettest.
Oh, for sure. I don't know about that.
The show.
We've done a lot of hot sauce on the show.
Yeah, we did. Oh my god.
Might not be the wettest.
I had to do that one time.
God.
That sucked.
Anyway, if I could leave you all with one thing, just never forget to touch the grass.
Touch the grass.
Absolutely. All right. So that is just gonna about do it. Justin, do you have anything for the people?
Just touch the grass.
I agree. Trey, anything for the people?
Yeah. Thank you, Bob. Like I said, you brought the energy every time. You've helped us all with the show. You were a huge part of the show. So we'll miss you, man.
Yeah. I agree. Couldn't have done it without you. Don't know what it would have been like. Yeah. Would have been a very different thing without you. So
It's
gonna
awesome.
be
Sorry.
very different. Go ahead.
National Missing Persons Day. We're gonna miss you, man.
Because you're going missing.
So shout out to his family.
Oh my god. Way to lighten the mood, Trey.
That is awesome.
Oh,
Thank
boy.
you.
I was gonna do random weather update for Wichita, but whatever. I'm sure it's nice. Is it? It's not too far. It's probably 40-ish degrees over there. Who cares? All right, everybody. It's been a fun one. It's been a cool one. Bob, we love you.
Love you
forever.
guys. Thank you,
so
chat.
much. And we'll see you on the other side. And we might drop back in sometime for a guest spot someday.
Can't wait.
All right, buddy.
Until
we
then.
love you. Don't forget. Yay, basketball.